What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Okay, it's the 12th day of July. Here we are, 1.6 cents. We'll be at 16 cents soon enough, man. Sooner than you think. 1.6 cents is the price. We got about 1 day, 9 hours left in this week here, or maybe like 1 day, eight and a half hours left in this week. Wicking to the upside, coming down to close a little bit lower, and that's okay. We had some hopes. We were looking good last night, right? Up above 1.7 cents. We had some hopes over the past couple days that we were in fact breaking above this high. But again, my friends, it's not getting above 1.7 cents that is the trick. It's closing above 1.7 cents that's the trick. We don't want to wick above there. You want to close above there, and it is the weekend. Unfortunately, looking at the price here, it looks like we are going to reject the overbought zone, and if we do, I don't think that means we have to get to the oversold zone. I think that we're probably just going to correct down to either to the 60, to the 50, somewhere in between. And fortunately enough for anybody who didn't get to buy before this last pump happened, you'll probably have an opportunity here at about 1.5 cents or so. I doubt that we get below 1.5 cents, but probably around 1.5 cents. And if we do go below 1.5 cents, it'd be just barely. Let's look at this low to high real quick. 1.515, 1.48 cents, somewhere in there at the lowest, right at the low end. I wouldn't be surprised either if what we saw was a wick down to that area and then we closed higher. Like, I'm really not anticipating that we go down to the 50 in the RSI. I really think that we will find support at the 60 and then continue to move up. This will be like a fake rejection, so to speak, on the daily RSI. Something kind of like this, maybe something like that right there, right? And we continue to grow. Not something like that, not something like that. I don't know. Time will tell, right? But we have, I think, with this move, absolutely, we have broken out of this downtrend. We've broken out of this range that we've had, and now all we're doing is probably going back down to back test this area right there, and maybe even again just below 1.57 cents. But if we hold 1.57, that's fine. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I'm confident that the price is going to move down a decent little bit, nothing crazy, right? And I'm not selling. I'm not trying to time this. I'm not trying to press the sell button, press the buy button at lower prices. I don't care, right? Because what's coming to the downside is small potatoes compared to what's coming to the upside, right? It doesn't even compare. So it's just not worth playing the game. I think that what's worth going on, or what is worth attempting right now, is to just buy more. That's it, right? There's nothing else that really needs to be done other than just buying more. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. That's just my perspective. Let's look at the short-term stuff. We'll get into it. Bitcoin's moving down just a little bit today. Just a little bit, right? We just dropped a couple $100 since my last video that I made on it. Volume, I think, is increasing too. Let's see. Picking up a little bit. Yeah, it looks... It's not a whole lot, but yeah, I think we're going lower. We probably do go lower, and that's fine. Just a little bit, though, right? Nothing too crazy. How much is Bitcoin down today on that note? It's down 0.2%. OnyxCoin is down 3%. Okay. Okay, that's a lot in comparison, isn't it? 1 hour time frame. Let's do that, or maybe the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame here. We actually have bullish divergence going on, right? You've got a higher low here in your 15-minute time frame, downtrend in the RSI, and a higher low there. That is bullish divergence on the RSI, and we very well could pump from here. A little bit of volume picking up, but I don't know if we continue to move down. I mean, honestly, looking at this, that could have been it, guys. Again, why we're not playing the game, because you never know. This thing could pump fake to the downside, then we move up. A lot less volume on the way down than you have on the way up, right? There's clearly less selling pressure than there is. Anybody selling right now, they bought the top, unfortunately, right? And now they're trying to sell here so they can buy at lower prices, or they feel dumb for making the wrong decision. I don't know. Bearish divergence at the top there, rather obvious top, and we're moving lower. We do have lower lows in the price, lower lows in the RSI, but if we're looking at the 1 hour time frame in the RSI, we're at some lower levels that we haven't really seen since we were down here, but we're way up here. I think that we're in a very bullish circumstance, my friends. Very bullish, what's the word I'm looking for? Turn of events. There we go. Low to high. Come on now, give me that high. There. Oh, we were so close. I was so close. Okay, there we go. Low to high. 382, 236, down below the 382. I mean, typically I would expect you to at least go to the 0.5, which that's at 1.57 cents, so maybe a little bit lower first. 1.515, 1.48 cents, that still does stand to be a target area. So if we go down there, don't worry about it too much. But the 1 hour RSI, I wouldn't say I'm bearish on it. I would say like momentarily, sure, a little bit lower, but nah, nothing too crazy. 4 hour time frame here, looking at this. Yeah, you had a little double top action going on with the price, a little higher high on the closing levels, a little lower high here, and it's not that significant. So, I mean, looking at this here, we got 30 minutes left in this 4 hour candle. I feel like we're more likely to be in an area to find support than we are to go down, but you never know. We did, after all, have our uptrend with higher lows and higher highs. We had bearish divergence, so maybe it is time to cool off a little bit more. But I don't think that we're going to do anything too crazy, right? We'll probably find support at the 40, something like that. Maybe we're just prolonging or extending this uptrend in a different kind of sense. I don't know. I would expect that today, Saturday, probably does close red. Today, Saturday, we could move lower. Maybe tomorrow, Sunday, we move lower, or tomorrow, Sunday, we start to recover a little bit and then get set up for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Sometime in that time frame, we should be ripping and running. Really, it'll be one of those days, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. It could happen on Sunday, maybe tomorrow, but I'm thinking that it'll be one of those days that we start to move up again. And again, the trick here is to get a daily close above 1.7 cents. If we can do that, we'll be in really good shape. Looking at this from a high to a low, I love it too, man. I had one guy on my X page trying to talk smack about XCN. He's all jacked on Pudgy Penguins. He's all jacked on Pudgy Penguins. And not Pangu, it's Pangu USD. There we go. And little known fact about Pudgy Penguins, you guys. I actually made a video on December 20th saying stay away from this thing. Stay away from it. It's a clear money grab. It's a clear money grab, and it's going to go down. And it did. It did. You know, it moved up a little bit from there. Let's see. Let's look at it on Bybit, right? You see, I made it on December 20th, which I think was like over here, maybe one of these days. Let's see. I might have to turn on the afterburners on my computer here because it's just moving so slow. I'm getting sick of it, so it'll make a little noise, but let's do it because I'm just tired of it. Was it December 20th? Maybe it was. Maybe it was after December 20th. It could have been at this low. We moved up a little bit, but then I made it back here, somewhere in this kind of time frame. Maybe it was at this low. I want to say it was like within the first week, so maybe it was at this low. And it just dropped all the way down. Because I remember it did go up a little bit afterwards. But Pudgy Penguins, you guys, is up from its low in April. It's up about 6x right now, which is great. That's outperforming the average coin. It's a meme coin, though. It's worth over $1 billion in market cap. It's not going to grow that much more from here, right? It saw a massive drop, and now it's retracing a little bit. So that's great and all. But a 6x move doth butter no parsnips, my friends. It's probably going to go a lot higher, or XCN is probably going to go a lot higher than even a coin like Pudgy Penguins could ever hope. XCN right now, by contrast, is only up 2x since April, right? So what room do I have to talk smack? But I talk a lot of smack on Pudgy Penguins because it's a clear money grab, right? $1.3 billion, it's a meme coin. You guys, if you have a meme coin, understand the goal is to get to $1.3 billion in market cap. After that, like, what are you going to do? You're going to go to a $100 billion market cap as a meme coin? Pudgy Penguins is more than a meme coin. I know. They got their whole Beanie Babies thing going on too. Whatever. They got their gimmick, and maybe it works for them. Maybe it doesn't, you know. But like, and it's probably going to work for them. I'm sure that they'll be around. But the thing is, guys, this thing's already at 1.36 billion, where OnyxCoin is at less than half of that. It's going to have an easier time to move up when it does, and it's been consolidating more constructively in that time. Not only that, but OnyxCoin has grown so much more than just a 6x. It's like, if you've been invested in this thing as long as I have, you're up way more than a 6x, and you're only at a 6x in Pudgy if you bought the low, which most people don't buy the low. That's not what happens. Actually, most people buy the highs, or they bought over here, and they're just starting to get their money back now, barely. So it's funny whenever I have people trying to compare Pudgy Penguins to anything. It's just such a clear money grab. You're not going to make, no offense to anybody investing in Pudgy Penguins, you're not going to make nearly as much money as you will if you're invested in OnyxCoin or even Toshi, yeah. But let's move on with this, okay? I'm getting hung up here. Who cares about Pudgy Penguins anyways, man? I mean, it's probably going to do well. You'll probably make money if you're invested in it, but just, that was a horrible comparison. This guy's like, it's no Pudgy Penguins. It's like, yeah, well, good luck with that, man. I hope you enjoy your 10 to 20x move over the rest of the cycle. We're going to get a 20x move here in the next month and a half. Like, that's what's coming our way. We're going to see something at like 26 cents to 32 cents, which 32 cents at the maximum would be about a 20x. 26 cents at the minimum would be about a 16x. So something in that range, right? Maybe a 16 to a 20x is what's going to happen here. I wouldn't be surprised if we move down a little bit lower first, but ultimately that's the move that's coming our way. I don't necessarily expect it to be just like this, right? That was kind of a, let's call it a one-off, right? You had a massive downtrend, massive accumulative phase, and then you recovered, right? And then you recovered. Found a little bit of resistance right before the breakout point, but once you broke out, it was magnificent. It was glorious. Once you break out here, it's going to be magnificent and glorious, but I don't think that it's going to happen in 2 weeks' time. I think that we're going to get a similar level of movement overall, right? Like that was a 20x move in the course of 2.5 weeks, or like 2 weeks, maybe less than 2 weeks if I remember actually. Let's see, because that was January 13th to January 26th. Yeah, just under 2 weeks there, right? Or maybe exactly 2 weeks if you include the 13th in that count. But anyways, I digress. All I'm trying to say here is we're probably going to see some fantastic growth over the next month and a half. I would think that by the end of August, that's whenever we get up to that 26 to 32 cent area. And in the meantime, we've got some serious growth to go as well. I think XCN really will be, by the end of July, guys, we really will be at 8.2 cents. If not there, then maybe higher. But I think that's where we're going to be by the end of July. Maybe consolidate a little bit in the beginning of August, and then we continue to rip and run going up to our 26 cent target. I mean, if we make a move like that, just assume for a second, right, that from our low here, we move up in a very dramatic fashion all the way up here, and then we form some kind of bull flag, right? That bull flag comes back tests this area. I mean, literally, the measure move, if what I'm saying is true, and we have a bull flag here, just thinking, having a little foresight, and I think I have the gift of foresight, my friends. If we move up to this 1272, pull back to the 100,886 area, that measured move of the bull flag would take us exactly to this area. And there's so many things beyond just this hypothetical that I'm drawing. There's so many things that are concrete that all point to that exact area of 26 to 32 cents, actually. So I very much do expect that we will see some immaculate growth here over the coming weeks. A little bit of a rejection today, and that's okay. 3-day RSI, bullish as hell. Weekly RSI, bullish as hell. It's really easy for people to talk smack whenever your coin's pumping, but I mean, we're not going to be talking smack whenever OnyxCoin's pumping. We're just going to be celebrating. We're going to be doing our own thing. Maybe some of you will be talking smack, and that's okay, but I don't really care, right? Because the scoreboard says it all. I don't need to talk smack. I'll talk all. If you want to talk smack to me, I'll talk all the smack back to you, but I don't need a pump to do it, right? I know see, like, that's the difference. You only come out of the woodworks if your coin's pumping. You never had conviction in your coin. You were just hoping that it would go up, and finally it did. So now you have reason, you have something to stand on, right? I've got something to stand on beyond just the pump, right? We know the pump's coming, and that's why I'm talking smack. I'm convicted. I very much thoroughly believe and have confidence in this thing. I don't need it to pump to have confidence in it, right? So when it pumps, it's not a big deal. That's not gonna validate my shit talking, right? That's not how it works. But it will validate my predictions. It'll validate all of our predictions, all of our hopes and dreams and expectations. But it's a little bit more than just hope with me. I don't have hope for this thing, right? Hope implies that there's doubt. There's very little doubt in my head that we do anything but go to 26 to 32 cents by the end of August. There's very, very little doubt at this point, you guys. And anything can happen. Anything can happen. If we underperform and we only go to 15 cents, boo-hoo, oh well. I guess we'll just have to take that 8 or 9x or whatever that is and be happy with that, I guess, whatever. But it sure as hell will be more than a 6x. That's for damn sure. And it's going to happen in a very fantastic fashion. But I'm very confident, again, that we're going to see 26 to 32 cents. There's just too many things that line up there. It's too much of a coincidence. We did an in-depth analysis on it yesterday. So if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I think that was a good one. This one I'm just more talking, so I don't have anything else to say, guys. Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button. It's a Saturday. Saturday's for the boys, right? Go out and have some fun. If you're one of the girls, let it be for the ladies too. Go out and have some fun. Maybe you got some boys to have fun with. I don't know, man. But just go out, enjoy some sunshine, get your feet wet, whatever. Don't spend all your money on the real world. Try to put it into the digital world. But again, we're in the digital world so we can have fun in the real world too. So don't be afraid to take profits and have fun too. But maybe not at this point in time. Maybe at this point in time, really lock in, right? Even $100 right here could turn into thousands of dollars. Like, think about it right now, right? You got $100 in your bank account. You want to go out with your friends this weekend. That's cool. But like, if you can save $100 and put it in this coin, you could really turn that into thousands of dollars over the next, literally over the next month and a half. And then you can go out and have a really good weekend, or just reinvest, reallocate, and yeah, I'm rambling at this point, man. I don't know. Anyways, guys, take care. I'll see you on the next one. I got a lot of good sleep last night. My eyes are not red anymore. My eyes are white. I'm not burning. All right, I'll see you on the next one. That's a song. It's actually a song, but I did the inverse. The song is "My eyes are red. I've been burning," but I said my eyes are white. I'm not. Anyways, talking. Bye.